Ricky's going to climb up on top of this 7 car. We got a couple cool things going to happen here before we get him down here. He's got the championship belt he's going to put on here real quick. And as tradition here, the Seitz Memorial, he's going to, let's put the belt on. And he will share a Pabst Blue Ribbon with John Seitz in Victory Lane, as we've done every single year. We'll get the belt on. That works. Up on the car with the belt on, Ricky Weiss. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, there it is, the Pabst Blue Ribbon. Come on over here, Rick.
John's guzzling it. Ricky took a dip and John's guzzling it. Ricky's like,
there you go, do that, you bet. All the family, all the crew. Let's set this thing on the car. Let's talk about this. We have a lot to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about the race. You've been a mainstay at this race for a lot of years. You weren't here maybe once, but you've been here almost every single time. To win this thing, the money is great, but to win this thing, this is a badass race to win, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody that puts everything on, I mean, it's just a huge thanks to everybody. There's so many people involved. All I can say is everybody. I'm a little speechless right now. I only knew John a couple years. I felt like we were getting real close, and he was starting to take me under his wing, and I think we would have had a lot of good races together, and he would have taught me a lot. Just to win this race, like Shaw said last year, I mean, it's unbelievable to be here and to do it in front of somewhere so close to home and so many people that know how hard we work on this car and the time and the effort and the hours on the road, here, there, back, whatever we got to do. I mean, we'll do it, whatever it takes. Just can't thank everybody enough. My mom, my dad, my sponsors, my girlfriend, Sean, who put countless hours. Gets a lot of earfuls from me, but together we're just growing as a team. And Hunter, who came a couple weeks ago, and I mean, he's been a huge part to this team, whether he thinks it or not. He's definitely one of the reasons why we're up here. Barry, who came down to work on the engine, and Vic Hill and Penske Shocks, and there's just so many people that I just can't thank everybody enough. The graphics guy, Redline, the fans. I mean, there's so much support from all the fans up here. I mean, the track guys worked their butt off this weekend. I mean, I don't know many tracks that would put the effort in that they did yesterday to not only get one show, but a makeup show. And I mean, yeah, it was midnight, but heck, they've seen a lot of races. It was worth it. And I've been to tracks that race longer and do a lot less shows. So hats off to those guys and the crew and everybody. I mean, the racers, everybody that's a part of this is such a big advantage.
Let's talk about your weekend a little bit. You make the all-night drive here from Ohio on Thursday just to get back here. You and I talked yesterday when you checked in. I said that might have been the best thing you ever did, was to come back a day early, because they got rained out, and you went to Victory Lane 3 times this weekend. You know, you get 10 grand and whatever it is, but these wins are big when it comes to the points and when it comes to just how your season's going, right?
Yeah, the season's been great. The only reason, I mean, Eldor is a hell of a facility, but the biggest thing is just being. I look up to Scott Bloomquist now, like I looked up to John Seitz. So the more I can spend with him, race with him, and learn off of him, it's definitely bettering our program. So it's not an event I ever want to drive by or ever think of missing, but it didn't really, other than the 16-hour drive back that we just did there, I was kind of excited to come back. So we just made one hell of an effort, and it paid off. So.
Let's talk about the race now a little bit. Of course, you took the lead right away, and then all of a sudden AJ goes by on a restart. You kind of rode in second there for a little while. He's been very good every time he's ever been here. And all of a sudden, here comes Shaw on the last lap. I know you saw him last couple of laps. That was an entertaining one. Those fans saw a great show tonight.
It definitely was. I mean, there's a couple ruts here and there in the track, and they just added character. I mean, I was really good up in the top in 3 and 4, but I mean, a rut would catch you and turn you a little bit, and you'd lose a whole straightaway with. So. Just the character of the track put out one hell of a race. I mean, there was 3-4 wide racing, the lap traffic in and out. And when AJ got by me, and 2 years ago, I'd have probably finished 5th at that point. Just running those bigger shows, following Scott, thinking tires. I just maintained, and use his car on moving around the track and judging where I can, you know, pass these lap cars and how I got to do that. So, I mean, if he hadn't got by me, it may have been different over here. So I learned a lot following him. Leading the race is always good when Sean sticks are this far apart. When they get close, it gets you a little nervous. But hell of a job to those guys. When Sean got under me there, I knew I had a good car. I knew I could drive it a heck of a lot harder. It's just the lap cars. You didn't know one lap they'd hit a rut, so the next lap they'd come down. So you couldn't really judge off of them on where to go. I mean, it was different every lap. Let's put it that way.
How about the weekend? How about all these people down here? Look at this crew. There are all these people in the stands. They're just standing there cheering when you win this thing. It's pretty cool to have a big support section like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, hats off to those guys. I mean, a lot of fans left, but I mean, those ones right there, those are the ones I enjoy. I like to get out of the car and see them clapping and cheering and standing for me. So hopefully we can keep them standing a little longer.
There it is. Give them a hand. Your 12th annual Seitz champion, twice in 7. The end of that race. Let's talk about the whole race. You started 16th in this thing. You kind of just rode around there for a while. You got to the top 5, and then you were kind of smelling blood, weren't you? You knew you had a good race car.
I did, but after a fuel stop, we filled the thing plumb full, and it took me a few laps to get rolling again and find my position. But you know, the guys up front there were running hard. Everybody was running hard, but it was an awesome race. I think you guys got your money's worth tonight. So I guess I'm glad to see Ricky win that thing. You know, he hasn't won one yet, so it's awesome. AJ ran me nice and clean. We had a good battle. So.
Fun part about that from a fan standpoint, or my standpoint anyway, you and Scott Ward slide jobbing each other, you and Ricky doing the same thing, AJ and Ricky, AJ and you. That's a fun race for the fans no matter who wins it.
I would think so. You know, I mean, none of us crashed each other, so that's, I guess kudos to all of us.
You got the win last year, of course. Starting 16th, though, I know you ran a different car earlier today, so this car was the one you knew you wanted to run tonight. Starting 16th, did you think you could get to the front? These long laps, races, you kind of can, but you're pretty confident in this thing?
Yeah, I figured I was going to get a top 5 as long as I didn't crash it. So, but it's the first few laps looked pretty hairy, and everybody mellowed out though, and it went good. The car hasn't been good all season, so I haven't ran much this year, but we have been doing decent.
There it is, Don Shaw, give him a hand second. I was kind of wondering if he was going to ride, or you were going to ride, or who was going to be the first to make that move. This car was good for a brand new car out of the box, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Last year I rode a little bit too long with Don there, I felt like, so I went right away, and it just didn't seem like that. Bouncing through those holes up there was a fast way around, but we got to lap traffic there, and I kind of just shoved my right front off, and I just steered through the black like I couldn't before. So, hats off to those guys, track crew, everybody for sticking it out here this weekend. It was a long grind, but we got it in.
This thing, this race has been really good to you. A couple wins, a couple seconds, a couple thirds. I feel like the last 7 years in a row you haven't finished worse than third, maybe. But it's pretty cool to come here one time a year and run as well as you do.
No, and it shows for the facility. I mean, like I said, they worked their butts off here to try to get us a good racetrack, and it shows. And we have a good enough car, you can run up front, and that's what we try to do here every year.
I got to ask you, how nerve-wracking was it seeing your other car go upside down last night?
That wasn't the most enjoyable time, but regardless of the fact, we got it fixed up today, and Brad can run it here the rest of the year and hopefully finish the race.
There it is. Give him a hand, AJ Debo third in the